For kids who just want to have fun, the Lacampagne Tropicana Beach Resort is a make-believe world come true. Steepled rooftops contend with the palm trees for space, each cluster of huts magnifying one nature theme or the other, chosen from Nigeria's rich hoard of tourism gems. A vast recreational area overlooking the sea holds unexpected surprises at every turn, some of which are fastened to the limbs of trees, as though a magic wand had waved them there, leaving behind a trail of fun and games in its wake.
Yeah. Good one. Take your time. Soccer is better.
There are a whole lot of activities here, and I'm trying to catch as much as I can. But I think the concept is beautiful, the structures are wonderful, the architecture, you know, whoever came up with this idea, I say kudos.
Bonding experiences are further enhanced through the collective learning of traditional practices that appeal to a child's sense of fun.
To all of the children out in the world, if you want to have a great experience, a different mind and a good imagination, you should come to Africa and explore. Try and get around the whole of the continent.
And it's quite expensive to travel abroad all the time, so it's an exciting opportunity to sort of, you know, come here for a day, just for one night, and then just, you know, spend the time with the children and relax a bit, you know, before work resumes on Monday.
In this land of culture consciousness, where old and treasured values reign supreme, the boredom of daily routine is broken through the adoption of light-hearted and familiar forms of approach. Half buried in the sands, the Bolekaja bus and bar assumes its usual role as a meeting point around which ardent listeners gather as familiar folk tales are recounted and handed down in line with African oral tradition. Mischievous characters from fables of old jump out from between the pages of storybooks, forming playful seats on the ground.
We take them to a place called Bolekaja Bar. Now, the Bolekaja Bar, by the side of that, we have a round table surrounded by some tortoise, and we'll talk to them about the tortoise, as the tortoise is a wise, trickish, cunning animal, and the way he plays on the intelligence of some other animal in the kingdom. We'll talk to them about that.
All-inclusive guided tours feature long lazy rides down the freshwater lake, past tangled mangroves with roots turned upside down, forming cup-like shapes high above the water's surface. Forming part of the all-inclusive package for kids are the guided tours that lead them into an adjoining rainforest, where thick undergrowth conceals a trail of delightful discoveries for the unsuspecting visitor. In a small clearing, partly hidden by moist leaves, sits a quaint structure made of bamboo sticks, which houses the resort's priceless stock of ethnic stories and poems, alongside a wide range of genres that make up the African equivalent of Western literary studies. The treetop house affords book lovers an exciting spot for reading, with steps that spiral upwards to the highest branches, from where inspiring views of the forest canopy can be clearly seen. Deep in the bowels of the jungle, close to the Osho River, a signboard declares the spot where the founder of Lacampagne Tropicana pitched a lonely tent 25 years ago, as he conceived the dream that has become a tropical reality today. Nature lessons take on a fresh dimension here in the jungle, as the tour guide pauses at intervals to point out aspects of the rich ecosystem that are worthy of note, including the names of trees, plants and insects to an enthralled audience. Right at the edge of the jungle lies the Ile Rimi Lodge, an ethnic-styled structure that provides a homely resting place for jungle adventurers. Red brick walls and wooden finishings create a fresh outdoor ambience that filters into the passageways and the rooms, with Afrocentric works of art presented at tasteful intervals. The semi-outdoor terrace is a study in the preservation of nature, with a living tree that was there long before the existence of the lodge, forming a bizarre centerpiece. Woven furniture made from raffia are specially designed to fit along the contours of the trunk, while its leaves and branches are accommodated with reverence. Positioned in the direction of the setting sun and partly steeped in water, the terrace overlooks spectacular views of the Osho River and its line of mangroves, a befitting end to the jungle experience. Also high on Lacampagne's list of educational tours for children are the half-day excursions to compelling historical sites situated within the Lekki Peninsula region, such as the Obafemi Awolowo Museum, where the legendary Nigerian nationalist and sage was kept under house arrest during a turbulent phase of his active political life. Also within the museum's environs lies an impressive headstone in memory of a Portuguese slave master who was one of the first settlers to this area and the founding father of the Lekki Peninsula. Next on the list of must-visit destinations is an abandoned site that was once an underground dungeon for slaves who were designated for shipments from the Peninsula Beach across the Great Atlantic to the Americas. It's a night of great fun for the kids, with young talents given a chance to shine before a real-life audience. The bonfire segment of the show marks the beginning of the end, and as the wood bursts into flames, the Olaretimi stage erupts into dancing. The Lacampagne Tropicana Beach Resort is a living, breathing picture book of many pages, each one resplendent with shapes, textures and sounds that depict the colors and seasons of Africa.